everyone, and welcome to the Speaker Forum and the Women's Powerhouse Speaking. We're so excited for you to be joining us today. I'm here, Enolia Foti, with my partner, Krisztina Konya. Krisztina.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are very, very happy and excited to have you with us today because you have all powerful voices, and this is what we would love to hear today. Be you, be yourself, and let that voice out, let's make it count.
So we're not going to waste any time at all. We're going to get started. But what I would like to share is that I am so excited because we have women from all over the world. We have women from the United States, women from Albania, from South Africa, from the Netherlands, from the UK, from Australia, all over the world. And I'm not even naming all of the countries. So sit back, relax, enjoy, because we are here to share our voices. So Krisztina, do you want to get started?
Absolutely, yes. And as a first, I would love to introduce my dear, dear partner, friend, coach, mentor, call her whatever you want, Enolia Foti. I'm so happy that I met her and I have her in my life. It's really, truly a blessing. What you have to know about Enolia is that she's an award-winning international speaker. She's a global influencer, social entrepreneur, executive business and life coach. And she's an award-winning writer and author. She's a natural orator. Enolia harmonizes corporate experience with a broad knowledge base that includes many traditions from around the world. Enolia holds a BS in mathematics from the University of Massachusetts in Amherst and an MBA from Regis University, where she graduated summa cum laude from her class and was inducted into the Alpha Sigma Nu Honor Society. Enolia is an ambassador of peace. She's a global director for We Champions International and the CEO of Enolia LLC. She's also the co-founder and CEO of Expressions of Humanity Foundation, which provides emergency humanitarian aid, promotes global activism, and provides life skill support to underserved communities. She leverages education as well as media and technology to build a global exchange of accessible knowledge, culture, and essentials. Enolia, to motivate and inspire others to reach their goals, impact the ancient wisdom she gained under the tutelage of indigenous elders as a keeper of the cosmological tradition. She imparts her gift to inspire and empower the soul by sharing her cumulative knowledge of ancient practices and teaching up through the present day. As a recognized indigenous grandmother elder herself, Enolia walks her path as a teacher, counselor, and healer from the lessons of these elders. So I would love to welcome to our platform my beautiful Enolia Foti. Her presentation title is Expressing Our Voice with Purpose.
So first of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for sharing your voice. Why are we here? What is the purpose? I had this pause within my life that basically started having me reflect all of the times that my voice was suppressed. All of the moments within my corporate career, all of the moments within various scenarios and various situations where even when I spoke, if a male counterpart spoke, he may be repeating exactly the same thing that I'm repeating, and he was heard and I was not. What is that? I don't know what that is. But what I realized is that what we have to say is powerful, and it will not be suppressed. It will not be held back from anyone. So why are we here and what is our purpose? We are a complementary of powerful voices that have our own understanding of what is important and what we are passionate about. But it needs to be heard, and the time is now. It is no longer acceptable to sit back, have a thought, have an opinion that you know is impactful, that you know would motivate, inspire, or help assist someone to rise up and stand appropriately in their own authentic voice and not say anything. It is no longer appropriate for us to go, oh, well, I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out later. No. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us to share our voice. It's time for us to share our thoughts. And I don't care how small, how grand, how short, or how long that thought, that feeling, that statement, that vibration is, now is the time. We are in a world where so many things feel oppressive and suppressive. It is needed now more than ever. People confined to a space feel like not only are they confined to that space, but they have lost an important part of themselves that was always expressed with the freedom to come and go as you please, with the freedom to express themselves as they please. So I subscribe to all of the people on the platform, and those of you who may have thought about being here, but second guessed yourself because they were afraid to take the chance because it's a public speaking forum. Please, we need your voice. We need to hear your thoughts. You need to compliment us. There are those who will be inspired, who will be moved, who care about what you are thinking and what you have to say. And my partner, Krisztina, and I are giving platform to that voice. So please take advantage of it. Share it. Express it. Be motivated by it. And understand that each one of you brings a ripple effect. It is like a pebble being thrown out into the water. 5 pebbles, 10 pebbles. There's a ripple effect that goes out. And somebody will be inspired by what you have to share and what you have to say. So I want to personally thank every speaker that's here today. And I want you to know that we value all that you bring and all that you are. And that as you share and as you speak, know that we see you and that many will. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Enolia. Deborah is on a mission to help protect individuals and entrepreneurs with access to the justice system with legal services. She's an ambassador for Ladies of Justice. She has opened 2 companies such as Exclusive Elderly Resource Center and Exclusive Cleaning Services, providing 15 years of residential and commercial cleaning. Her way of supporting the community is by providing jobs and providing free cleanings for individuals diagnosed with cancer. Her journey with Fortune 500 companies such as McDonald's Corporation and Xerox GM litigation and more. Her tenure with corporate America has provided her with the knowledge and skills to pursue her own company. She has been honored by supporting charities and raising over $100,000 in contributions for companies. Well done, really well done. She is the chair of Sisters in Conversation for the Michigan chapter of Oneness and Wisdom, and Livonia City Chair, the board VP for Angel of Life Development, and a member of Livonia Chamber. Ladies, please welcome Deborah Crowley.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I appreciate that, Krisztina. Truly humbled to be before you guys to share my story. This morning I woke up, I had my speech prepared. I woke up making sure my makeup, my hair, and everything was done perfect, not understanding that I need to embrace my imperfection and stop trying to be perfect. Woke up and left my speech at home, walked outside and it was raining, forgot my umbrella. I say this to say, ladies, embrace who you are, remove the mask. Understand your worth, your wealth, your talents, your skills, project it to all women so they can understand that you don't have to wear a mask at all times. I humbly say too, I am a product of domestic violence, a product of the Me Too movement in corporate America, a single parent home. But I'm proud to say that I am a wonderful mother of two and a wonderful grandmother of two grandchildren. The women in the new norm right now, ladies, this is what we're doing now. We're leaving the past behind us and we're sharing our story. I am unapologetically revealing to you all my flaws, all my history, everything that happened to me in the past, but now in the future, as you can understand in my bio, I am successfully moving forward and removing all obstacles that were before me. I am powerful, you are powerful. We are leaving legacies. We are the women in the new norm. We are changing the paradigm shift. We are uplifting other women. As we have this platform, ladies, you are projecting the powerful women and showing everyone that women can own their seat at the table. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deborah. I love what you were saying about really embracing who you are and know your worth. I love the fact that you said that, because what happens is we do not know our worth. We do not embrace who we really truly are, with or without a mask now. We just have to put down the mask. So thank you so much for sharing. Really, really appreciate you. I see you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deborah. I'd like to introduce Dr. Maria Ian. She is a law and policy consultant author, and the name of her company is Sun Cave Productions. Maria looks for the relentless, fearless, and spectacular in helping clients overcome various pitfalls. She is the results-oriented personal development coach and writing coach with over a decade of experience in counseling. As a project manager in business administration, she is transformative, detailed-oriented, and highly productive. She has planned and facilitated numerous projects for legal service providers. As a writer, she focuses on medical science, human rights, political thriller, and romance genres. If you go to her personal website from her Facebook page, you will find her in full writing gear at the age of 2, as she is self-taught. Maria has also completed many professional writing classes, a PhD in political science, and a JD in law. Her research passion is to investigate the extraordinary, miraculous connection between spirit and energy behind the sciences. Is that too abstract? Maria delights in the opportunity to providing a guiding light. Maria's presentation will be Seeing the Unseen. Who are you? I present to you Dr. Maria Ian.
Thank you so much, Enolia, for that very beautiful introduction. So imagine you're in a dark forest at night on your own, and it is pitch dark. You have taught yourself to survive and be safe. All of a sudden, you begin to hear rustling in the leaves. In that moment, would you be thinking, well, let me stop here and start to self-reflect and think and be mindful right now. Let me start to meditate. almost each one of us on this planet would be thinking, let me get out of here right now. I have to get somewhere safe. And that is why your mainstream meditation, personal development classes don't really work, because the dark forest at night, that is you or us, our unchangeable human condition. We cannot get out of the dark forest if we did all we could to try. The bottom line is, the more we try to get out, the more we become entangled, because the dark forest is us. Us telling ourselves to get out is the survival instinct speaking. So if we keep on changing meditations, classes to fit various problems that reoccur or maybe are new in this dark forest, without addressing the dark forest itself, it is obvious why nothing permanently works. Most importantly, we are looking to establish the wrong permanence. We are basically driven by the desire to establish a safe existence in the unpredictable dark forest. We humans are governed by the survival instinct. The survival instinct fears life. We try not to stimulate fear, and by trying not to stimulate it, we project our fears onto the outer world. We define reality according to our own problems. What disturbs us is not okay. What makes sense to us is okay. So we arrange our environment so we are not going to be disturbed. We have now sensitized all of these areas with our original fear, so that any one aspect of our environment can cause us dread and make us suffer. Imagine you fear stress or losing. You surround yourself with protections against these. Then you'll spend your whole time seeking approval from these protections to keep you in that safe place, hence causing you constant suffering. We taught ourselves to live in the dark forest, for example, by the many things that we do automatically on a daily basis, such as driving, getting to work on time, each one of which is meant to keep us very safe. You have done them so many times, they become automatic. You don't really know what intentions you are really carrying out, nor is it desirable for you to know, because let's face it, if you would start to investigate, you may cause yourself an accident or make yourself crazy. So the question is, would you like to break free from the automated world of fear? That world of fear is all each one of us on this planet has on a daily basis. If you want to break free, obviously you'd have to break the patterns that are happening right now. You'd have to wake yourself up out of the trance that you're in right now. You are hypnotized by the dark forest. What if someone asked you while you were driving, hello, who's driving that car? Who is there in the seat? You'll probably say, yes, well, I have set into motion a series of mechanical events that are working on their own, and they're working perfectly fine. So it must be me. But who is that who is responding? Is that really you? Here's a better question to ask yourself. There's an infinitely more powerful you, and that is the one who is there just about before you fall into sleep. Who is that who is noticing that it is just a dream? Do you realize that you are that being who is in there, who is aware in each and every second of your beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and the outside world? There's a lot more to that who that is just there before you fall asleep. But suffice it to say that when you are in that ICs of awareness, you are much closer to being you in a pure center of awareness and choice. You've got a choice during each nanosecond of how you decide to see reality, because in truth, everything is neutral until you make it into something. Each moment is a fresh blank slate awaiting your command and not the mechanism's command. What we are doing here, or what I'm doing with my work, is not how to change the dark forest, since that we'll never be able to do, not as long as this human race exists, because the dark forest is us, but how we change the mode of operation of us being conscious in it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maria. I always love to listen to you because you come from a very completely different point of view of approaching things, and I really love it. You said that we are living in a dark forest, in summary, and this dark forest is technically us. So we have to know really who we are in order to get out from this dark forest, right? So we have to get to know ourselves first. And as you said, to break free. So thank you so much. I see you. I love you. I really appreciate you. And I do appreciate your work, what you do. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you again, Dr. Ian. So appreciate you. I'd like to take the opportunity to now introduce Spresa Delija. She is a professor of the Tirana University. Spresa Delija is a professor of psycholinguistics and applied linguistics. She is an educator and a national and international teacher trainer. She's been teaching for almost 45 years now. She is a textbook writer and has written more than 15 articles on linguistics and teachers' development. She brings many, many accolades, and I am so honored to have you here. So although her introduction is short, let everyone know that her accolades are not. So I bring to you Dr. Professor Spresa Delija, and her presentation is My Voice Counts.
Thank you so much, Enolia and Krisztina. But also, I'm very much proud and honored to be in this panel today, especially in front of these beautiful preachers and beautiful professionals, but also women with a very strong voice, making a lot of changes in their lives, in other people's lives, but also in the whole world, in all the places where they live. So I've chosen this topic, my voice counts, because I mean, though it's a very long time that I've been teaching and preparing a lot of students, I mean, to become English teachers in Albania, which is a tiny place, very small one in the south of Europe, but it is poor, sorry for that, but it is luxurious in the spirit the people have, and also in the beautiful nature God has given to our country. Right now it is, I mean, the beginning of January, and trust me, I mean, we are having a lot of sun and the sea is very quiet and it seems like I am in spring. So I just encourage you to come and visit my place, my country. Also, I mean, I just chose this topic because, I mean, we all, in a way, we are educators, no matter where we contribute in our lives, either being only, I mean, housewives or doing any kind of business, working for a big company or working for a school or whatever that we do. In a way, we are educators because God has given this treasure to the women to be educators in our lives. So being enthralled, but also being last meeting or just a talk that we had, I just changed a little bit the way of dealing with my curriculum with my students at the university. And what I did, I mean, these last weeks, I just invited a professor from Calgary University to co-teach with me, with my students, just to give another voice to my students. And really it worked very enthusiastically. So at the end of this 4 weeks course that we had with this teacher, co-teaching together, I just asked my students why your voice counts, I mean, for the learning that you are doing in this way. And you know what brilliant ideas came from them. They said that, our stories just inspire from this way of learning, just inspire them the way, and also we teach how we learn and how we are going to teach our students in the future life in a short period of time. So through our voices. I mean, that we consider ourselves 21st century student teachers, we just want to focus on the aspirations as the future teachers that we're going to be all over Albania or beyond Albania. And also to continue pursuing the found purpose, why we are dealing or why we are having this diploma. Is it going to be fruitful to the students, to the young children, or to other part of the community, etc. So another reason or another idea that they brought up was that, I mean, they said that at the end of the course, of these 4 weeks that we had together, we are empowered fully with the contemporary teaching methods, how to teach in a critical way and how to learn critically in order to use the knowledge that we are faced in front of different kinds of materials and resources via technology or via other materials, and how to make them fruitful for our work and to be more beneficial to our students. So they also said that, I mean, we become more aware of our commitments and our tasks and duties, how to accomplish them at the right time. So my voice counts in a way that it makes my voice, I mean, Spresa's voice now, counts on the maximizing of the effectiveness of teaching, how to use resources and their impact on my students' future life and their aspirations in the teaching profession, and guide us with insights into the most pressing needs for education in order to change our educational system in Albania, to stop the immigration of the youth that is a big problem nowadays in Albania. Thank you for listening to, I mean, to my voice. Hope, I mean, it's going to be helpful. And I mean, this came to me as a kind of an echo for the future of my students' life.
Thank you so much, Spresa. It's always a pleasure listening to you. As Enolia said, you are very modest. Yes, you have a powerful voice, and the beauty of it that you teach your students that they have a powerful voice too. So just imagine Lady Spresa in the middle of the university and hundreds of students around her. Everybody loves her because she's innovative. Her way of teaching is beautiful. And yes, I love the way that you make your voice count, make your voice heard, and you teach your students that their voices count. So thank you so much for being here and sharing your thoughts with us today, Spresa.
Thanks a lot for giving the opportunity. Thank you.
Pleasure is all ours.
So thank you very much. Appreciate that, Professor Delija. The next person I would like to introduce is L.Gunn. She is the president of the Amazing Women's Network Cares. Committed to breaking the chains of financial bondage in the Pan-African community, L.Gunn is a fiscal strategist whose female-focused economic organization has transformed lives throughout the Midwest. She is the founder and CEO of the Amazing Woman Network, a social enterprise with a stated goal of reclaiming personal power through mind, body, and spirit, reclaiming financial power, and increasing social involvement. She is the founder and CEO of Amazing Woman Network Cares, a nonprofit which was born from the Amazing Women's Network, pillar of increasing social involvement, which works to eradicate period poverty, assist foster children in creating a life plan, and improve and focus on mental wellness in women. Ms. Gunn's people first business approach is summated in a quote by baseball legend Jackie Robinson. A life is not important except on the impact it has on other lives. I welcome L.Gunn, and her presentation is A Basic Human Right and More.
Thank you so much, Enolia, for that warm welcome. And it's confusing, but it's two separate organizations: the Amazing Woman Network and then AWN Cares, which is the nonprofit. So again, thank you for that, and great day. And I bring you greetings from Detroit, Michigan. 11.2 million, 16.9 million, 59%, 51%, 14.2%, and 1 in 5. And so these numbers represent statistics of people who are deprived of a basic human right because of two main reasons: their economic condition of poverty and their normal human condition of menstruation. So period poverty is defined as a lack of access to menstrual products, education, hygiene, facilities, waste management, or a combination of these things. And I tend to add to this definition a lack of respect, a lack of understanding, and a lack of compassion. There's a global push to end period poverty, and millions of dollars each year are raised in an effort to provide products to those in need. But by definition, providing products alone will never eradicate period poverty. So let's go back to those numbers. 11.2 million, that's the number of people who could not afford products in this past year. 16.9 million, the number of people who menstruate that are living in poverty. 59%, that's the percentage of students who say they rarely find free products in schools. And 51%, the percentage of people who menstruate that have worn products longer than recommended. And 14.2%, the number of college students who menstruate and have experienced poverty in the previous year. And 1 in 5 menstruating students miss school due to lack of products. Remember when I mentioned the lack of respect, the lack of understanding, and the lack of compassion? How does the lack of these three free emotions further intensify the problem of period poverty? So the emotional toll of lack of access to menstrual products negatively impacts mental health with anxiety, stress, and depression. Stigma associates menstruation with uncleanliness and disgust, which keeps people from talking about it, further perpetuating the crisis. Shame arises when products are free, but the menstruating person has to ask a gatekeeper or administrator for access. And shame also surrounds the experience of menstruating as a trans person, because we must keep in mind that not all menstruators are women and not all women menstruate. So how do you eradicate period poverty with a Band-Aid? You don't. The period or menstruation is not the problem. Poverty is the problem. You cannot eradicate a problem which stems from lack by simply supplying a free product. You have to financially empower those individuals and communities. Lack of respect, lack of understanding, and lack of compassion are the problems. You don't eradicate a problem without truly supporting those who are negatively impacted, and support is more than a supply, contribution, or monetary donation. Lack of education is the problem, but it's not lack of education for the menstruating individual. Society as a whole must be educated on menstruation, and conversations must be had to help change the stigma. I am ashamed that with all of the riches we have in the world, we are still fighting for basic human rights, and I sincerely apologize to each and every victim of period poverty. About 8 years ago, I started donating menstrual supplies to shower programs, shelters, and the Red Dot Bag program was founded. Through the Amazing Woman Network, we continue to donate supplies and added schools to the recipient list. Born from the Amazing Woman Network's pillar of increasing our social involvement, AWN Cares, a 501c3 nonprofit, was founded. And so last May, we were able to provide over 1,000 students with supplies to cover the summer months, reducing the financial burden on their families. As I stood back after this great deed, the part of me that promotes economic empowerment was led to do more, and the Red Dot Project was born. The Red Dot Project strives to eradicate period poverty by uniting women globally, redefining menstruation stigma, providing resources, promoting wellness, and empowering communities through sustainable projects and financial empowerment. Menstruation is not a problem. It's time to regroup, recenter, and focus on the individuals and the communities. I wonder if this was a woman's world, would period poverty exist? I was speaking with a woman and she said in her country, men see having access to sanitary supplies as a privilege for women. Well, ladies, it's definitely our time, it's our turn, and it's our season. And it's time for us to be the change we want to see. It's time to change the hashtag from period poverty to period proud. If you doubt that we can make it happen, just remember, women have the power to create life, so we can easily manifest the necessary changes in life to eradicate period poverty. We have a say in this, and collectively, we can change the narrative and the future. How? Well, we still need the donations. So please go to awncares.org and choose how you would like to support us. So from cash donations, supply donations, and joining one of our giving circles and volunteering your time, those funds will be used to operate this project. Also help me to expand the Red Dot Project to 20 countries. If you would like to see a Red Dot Project in your community or school, again, go to awncares.org, click on Contact Us, and send your email with your interest. You may also volunteer your time to help Red Dot Bags facilitate discussions around menstruation, provide financial education, create sustainability projects, and more. Again, go to awncares.org and click on Contact Us. Lastly, please provide your positive prayers, your powerful intentions, and your plentiful love as we do our part to impact many and serve as voice to the voiceless. Collectively, we can do so much more. Please join me, for we are better together. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Crystal. You know that I always love your slogan. We are better together. And yet, look at that today. I again learned something when you talked about period poverty. I loved that you want to change, and we together, actually, we can change if we are together, the period poverty to period proud, taking notes. I love the way how you approach it. And yes, lack of respect, understanding, and compassion, unfortunately, are one of the biggest issues. Shame as well. So I really loved your speech. I see you, I love you, and I thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge and all your wisdom on our platform. I love you, Krista. Thank you.
Thank you, and I love you guys back.
What a beautiful closing. That your voice matters. And you know what's the beauty about today? We are a handful of women only together today, but with such a powerful voice, such a huge energy. We make 10 times, tenfold, 100-fold more than that, because we have a story to share. We have a message to share, and this will go out. I've learned today that we have to recognize and accept our worth and our authenticity. I've learned that we live in a dark forest and that we are the dark forest. I've learned that as a teacher, you have a voice that counts, but you can give voice to your students. And I learned about period poverty. I've never been aware about it. I'm a woman, so thank you for that. And I've learned from Enolia as well that yes, we are powerful. And there, we have to be bold. Don't second guess yourself. Just be bold, make that bold move and make your voice heard. Make your story be heard. Let yourself be seen. You deserve to be seen, all of you. So we would love to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being brave, for being here, for being bold and sharing the message with the world today.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I want to reemphasize not only what Krisztina said, but with Crystal's speech being last and talking about period power, I want to bring forward a message that the Amazonian women bring forward in their tribes. A womb is not a place for fear or pain. A womb is a place to create and give birth to new life. And that's not just the life of an individual, but life to ideas, life to a vision, life to a project, life. We have the power of gestation. We have the power of birthing the grandest of ideas, of birthing a nation. We birthed this nation that's here.
Mm-hmm.
So as you sit here and as you digest this, understand the value that we as women bring to this table. We are the mothers of this nation and we need to be heard. And because we have those who don't value our uterus, what we bring to the table, and what we are capable of birthing, we have to do this ourselves. So I subscribe to you all. You are powerful. You are needed. And you are the wisdom that will make the change in this world. So thank you again. These are our closing remarks. And we're excited to bring to you Sunday's speaking event. And if you liked what you heard, we will be holding forums throughout the year. Check with KristinaKonya.com or Enolia.live for the various programs and works that we will be doing.